This is the Kenya Airports Authority. Our noble duty to the nation is to manage all of Kenya's airports and airstrips effectively. We continue to ensure that we work towards being the airport system hub of choice in line with our vision. As in our mission statement, we aim to facilitate seamless connectivity through provision of efficient and effective airport facilities and services in an environmentally sustainable manner to exceed stakeholder expectations.
Some time back, we are aware that most airports used to operate as monopolies. These days, they are competing against each other. If you don't provide the necessary infrastructure or the other services like car parks, check-in counters, migration process must be faster. You'll be left behind. And the passengers or airport users have reasons to select other airports if they find that they spend too much time in your airports or they cannot get what they require in your airport.
The challenges of operating manual, especially when you're running airport business, are many. For instance, here we manage several categories of business, and tracking these businesses in a manual system is really difficult. For instance, we've got to track the revenue from a manual point of view, invoice manually. We've got to keep a register of the vacant spaces in a manual way. And it's very difficult even when a client comes to you for you to be able to know outright, do I have a vacant space that I can rent out? Even things like knowing how much should I charge. You've got to go through some manual files to check and to know what it is that you're supposed to be charging. And that means that you take time before responding to a client. Also, I think we've got revenue leakages because some of the clients pay us on a percentage of turnover. And if you cannot get to know what their turnover is because you have a manual system, then you really can never know what you should be earning.
KAA has grown tremendously in most of the areas in the last 10 years. Infrastructure has been expanded. Revenue has grown in large numbers. Passenger traffic and aircraft movements have improved tremendously. But there's one area which we have not done very well, and this is automation. So KAA has seen a need to manage our day-to-day operations efficiently by providing real-time access to information, and this will be done through automation.
Project management, this has been a major challenge. Three main items: cost overruns, time overruns in our projects, flag the various stages in our procurement cycle, so that we do proper inspections when required. In a month, we award between 30 and 40 contracts, which add up to about 9 billion to 12 billion shillings a year. This is a big expenditure, and we've been doing this manually. It has been a big challenge.
We have our internal customers and our external customers. Our internal customers, when you think about them, involves our human resources department, our finance department, procurement system. And definitely when you think about something like human resources, we want to pay our people in time. We want to have proper records of our personnel. Sometimes it takes a lot of big bundles of paperwork. But once we computerize, I'm sure it will make things faster and more accurate.
There are a lot of decisions managers make on employees that relate to their development, their promotion, succession planning, compensation, training. The way we work now is that we have to make reference to either memory of the line manager or what's available on file.
The payroll system in Kenya Airports Authority is centralized, meaning that we process payroll for 1,750 members of staff in 12 airports. Here, processing salary is our business. We do it manually, put it in the computer, and then print it, and then do the storage. It involves a lot of work, it's time-consuming, and it's not efficient at all.
As an organization, we cherish the culture of continually striving to improve ourselves. With that in mind, management identified serious challenges that were presented by operating the authority's business manually. The authority immediately took action and formed a steering committee to come up with an effective solution. To deal with these great challenges, Project Eagle was introduced. From this point, it was clear that the automation of business processes was necessary. This was the birth of Project Eagle, an ambitious and necessary plan that will involve identifying a capable enterprise resource planning software, or ERP in short, to act as the back-end control system for all the virtual processes and subsequently guarantee proper business automation.
We needed to automate our day-to-day operations through access of information in real time. KAA advertised for tender for supply, implementation and commissioning of airport systems in March 2011. And these bids were received and evaluated in September 2011. And a successful company called Indra Systemas was awarded the contract in September 2011. Indra Systemas is one of the largest implementers of airport systems. The project is expected to end by December 2012.
KAA chose SAP ERP as our business automation software. SAP ERP is marketed by a company known as SAP, which is based out of Germany. SAP provides end-to-end business automation and automates most of the processes of an organization, such as finance, procurement, and HR.
For Project Eagle to be a success, the system setup had to be precise. After an efficient ERP system was acquired, the work began.
One of the reasons why SAP was chosen is that it's based out of the best business practices of large companies, which have gone through a lot of evolution in terms of enhancing business processes, basically to get the most efficient and most effective way of running an organization.
So what does this mean to the organization? What will be expected of Project Eagle?
Now, once we automate, I expect a lot. For instance, I expect that the processes will be more efficient. I expect that all my clients, I'll have them at the touch of a button. I'll be able to know when a contract is expiring, how much money I should be receiving from that client, because I expect that I'll have, say, a point of sale system where for every item you buy at the duty free, I can see that transaction. So I already know how much of that, if it's 9% or 6% I'm supposed to take, I should be knowing how much it is. If somebody, a new client comes to me, I should be able to know by a click of a button what space is vacant, in which airport, how much I should charge, because different spaces are charged differently, and then I should be able to respond to that client quickly. Then on the other hand, for instance, when airlines are coming to fly to JKIA, they want a lot of data, especially on demand, on traffic flow. I should be able to give them that. I expect that the processes will be more efficient, that our revenues actually will go up just because we'll be accounting for that revenue in a better way. And of course, then I expect that we'll be truly on the way to becoming a hub of choice.
The 4 key areas we think this system should address for us. The first, of course, is the area of how we make decisions that impact on employees. The second will be how employees are able to access information online real time. So we're talking about the employee self-service system. The third aspect of it should be the whole area of integration between finance, human resources, and procurement. And the fourth part is the whole area of business benefits. An employee now will be confident that any decision made in respect of any of those areas that I've mentioned, whether it is on training, whether it's on promotion, whether it's on salary, whether it's on succession, it's based on information, on data that can be relied upon. So I think for employees, that's the way we want to go. What we intend to do is to have information for which then employees, wherever they work, they go straight to either into their workstations or kiosks for those who are working in operational areas, and they're able to check in, to log in, put in their personal information and the security codes, and get all the information they need, whether in terms of their training, whether in terms of their pay slips, whether it's in terms of their travel allowances, or even leave processing.
With the coming of the new Eagle system, we expect this to have a major improvement in our service delivery. We shall get rid of all this, which now belongs to the archives.
We expect the ERP system to come and assist us manage the entire procurement cycle, which in KAA constitutes a big number of projects of varying complexity. We now expect the ERP to come and assist us through automation so that the information in the procurement cycle is available at a touch of a button.
Once Project Eagle is fully implemented, we expect a lot of improvement in the finance department. One of them being improvement in terms of billing to our customers. The other one will be timely payments to our vendors. Other ones include generation of reports, both external and internal. Also, it will help us to monitor cash flows and also keep up with compliance with regulations.
When the airlines land here, they pay landing and parking fees. And when we automate, it will be easier to invoice these airlines, and it will also be easier for them to send through the same system their remittances, rather than using manual means of telling them each aircraft landed when, what is the weight, how much are you going to pay, and then even at the end of the day, even to calculate our total revenue without using the people, because sometimes people can enter the wrong data for their own reasons. I think it will really improve our revenue collection.
As regards customer satisfaction, we need to realize that we have many customers ranging from all the airlines, scheduled and non-scheduled, cargo aircrafts, as well as the passengers. We also have all the people that are in JKIA, all the duty-free shops, the restaurants, they're all part of our customers. So I think by automating our systems, we'll be able to capture all their needs instantly. We'll expect our cycle times to be drastically reduced from currently almost about 14 days to maybe a day in terms of our processes. Not only that, will also improve our accuracy and billings.
We also expect to have real-time analysis, which will assist in decision-making for the authority. In their day-to-day operations, they are going to have a state-of-the-art system that's going to enable them to do their jobs more effectively. We'll have data that is reliable, and because of that, the end result is that we'll have a system end-to-end which improves on the efficiencies of all the operations within the authority.
I'm very, very proud that we are automating our business processes when I'm the managing director. And I work to ensure that we are catch up with all the technologies and ensure that our business processes are improved so that we can give our customers service as they need to.
Project Eagle has truly soared. It continues to be met with great positivity and enthusiasm as management demonstrates.
Like an eagle after its rebirth, Kenya Airports Authority has renewed its energy for efficient, fast and reliable service. Let us soar together.
Project Eagle is definitely necessary for growth. Furthermore, it is in line with the nation's vision of progress. It is just one more step to show that the Kenya Airports Authority is dedicated to continuous improvement of its services to you and to the nation.